Emeritus. Miss Sue McLeese, spouse of former civilian aide to the Secretary of the Army, President, Chamber of Commerce. Major General and Mrs. George Goldsmith. Major General retired and Mrs. George Krause, former Fort Jackson Commanding General. Sheriff and Miss J. Kuhn, Sheriff of Lexington County. Mr. and Mrs. Larry Ward, District Aide for Congressman James Clyburn. Dr. Leroy Staggers, President, Morris College. Colonel, retired, and Miss Craig Curry, former Fort Jackson Deputy Commanding Officer. Command Sergeant Major, retired, and Miss Lamont Christian, former Post Command Sergeant Major, Fort Jackson. Mr. and Mrs. Dan Hennigan, Fort Jackson Hall of Fame member, and Miss Sylvia Butler, Fort Jackson Hall of Fame member. At this time, please welcome the Commanding General, U.S. Army Training Center at Fort Jackson, Brigadier General Milford H. Beagle, Jr.
Well, good evening to everybody. It's such a pleasure to see you all here. I want to thank you for coming to see your Army and our soldiers. Soldiers and our counterparts in our other sister services are the strength of our nation. This concert allows us to give back to our community, the greatest military community in the world. At Fort Jackson, the essence of what we do is train soldiers. We transform civilians into soldiers. We are responsible for training over 50% of the recruits that join our Army. Those that join are our nation's most precious resource, our nation's sons and daughters. We have many of them here with us tonight. Many of them will go home and be with their family and friends over the holidays, and many of them will not. Please interact with them if you have a moment this evening. We are proud of them because they are our future. I hope you enjoy the greatest band in the land, our Army's own 282nd Band. Soldiers in your Army have many talents, ranging from doctor to musician, and our musicians take a backseat to no one. They are well educated in their craft. They are skilled in the arts, but most importantly, they are soldiers. Happy holidays to you all. Please accept our gift of holiday music. After all, if you live close to post, we provide you with the sounds of freedom every single day. Weapons firing, reveille, retreat, and other sounds. But tonight is our gift to you of the holiday spirit, Army style. Thank you very much and happy holidays.
Let's turn the corner here and talk a little bit about this program. It's called Operation Victory Block. You see lots of people waiting here. This happens once a year to get these soldiers home to spend some time with their families. A bus this morning at 3 a.m. brought 3,900 of these servicemen and women from Fort Jackson here to the airport in Charlotte. Many of them have obviously caught their flights already. Many others still here waiting. In fact, some of the flights have been canceled, I'm told. Many of these folks will have to sleep here in the USO office tonight. But everyone I've talked to has said they're just so happy and excited to go home for the holidays.
Connections them from last year. Ski shop encounter, most interesting. Had his number, but never the time. Most of 81 pass along those lines. So deck those halls, trim those trees, raise up cups of Christmas cheer. I just need to catch my breath. Christmas by myself this year. The picture, frozen landscape, chilled this room for 24 days. Evergreen, sparkling snow, get this winter over with. Flashback to springtime, saw them again. Would have been good to go for lunch. Couldn't agree, we were both free. We tried, we said we'd keep in touch. Didn't, of course, till summertime. Out to the beach to his boat, could I join him? No, this time it was me. Sunburn in the 3rd degree. Now the calendar's just one page. Of course
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. 'Cause no matter how far away you go, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was heading for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. 'Cause no matter how far away you roam, if you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. If you want to be happy in a million ways, for the holidays you can't be, for the holidays you can't be, for the holidays you can't be home, sweet home. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's presentation of Home for the Holidays. On behalf of the Commanding General of the U.S. Army Training Center at Fort Jackson, Brigadier General Milford H. Beagle, Jr., we are the 282nd Army Band under the direction of Chief Warrant Officer 3 George T. Bauer and enlisted band leader First Sergeant Daniel Welch. My name is Sergeant Brian Bohannon, and I will be serving as your Master of Ceremonies for tonight's performance. Tonight, we're here to celebrate the holidays through music as we try to bring a little bit of home to you for this upcoming holiday season. We hope you enjoy tonight's program. At this time, please join me in welcoming to the stage the commander of the 282nd Army Band, Chief Warrant Officer 3 George T. Bauer. Special shout out in the back to Sergeant Clay Parler with the horse winning. My favorite part, the horse winning. Ladies and gentlemen, each and every year, the U.S. Army Training Center at Fort Jackson trains more than 60,000 of America's sons and daughters while they make the challenging transition from civilian to soldier. America's soldiers come from all over, and for many of them, their trip to Fort Jackson marks their first significant time period away from home. At this time, we'd like to recognize these brave men and women and the professionals who give up so much of their time to transform them into the future of America's Army.
on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. The Yuletide carols being sung by your choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. And everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Take it. Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, a Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening. Y'all having fun yet? I love my job. My name is CW3 Tom Bauer, and I'm the Army Training Center Bandmaster and Commander of the 282nd Army Band. On behalf of the soldiers and families of the 282nd Army Band and the soldiers and families of Fort Jackson, I would like to thank you for including our event in your preparations for the holiday season. Before you sit 40 of the finest soldier musicians in our Army. Represented before you is over 400 years of collective service. 20 of these soldiers have deployed downrange from as early as the invasion of Iraq to as recently as Operation Inherent Resolve. Each musician is talented beyond compare. 26 have college music degrees from some of the finest institutions our country has to offer. 11 have master's degrees, and we have 3 who hold doctorates. They come from 25 different states, 1 foreign country, 1 territory in the United States, from as nearby as Summerville, South Carolina, and as far away as the Philippines. And at least one of us is from a small college town not far from here. Whereas the song of my youth so aptly portrays, the Blue Ridge yawns her greatness. It's good to be home. Each have freely chosen to share his or her talents in defense of the Constitution and the ideals that it upholds. I am extremely proud of their efforts every day, and it is a personal honor to serve alongside each and every one of them. Please join me in a round of applause for these fine patriots. The story of our nation is closely knitted to the story of our Army. For those of us with several chapters in that story, thank you for your many years of service and sacrifice. For those of you who are just starting to write that chapter, welcome to the story of our nation and its Army. It's one of the greatest stories ever told. Never forget that this is a story of duty. Hold that close, and it will always get you home. Several members of the 282nd Army Band are spending their last holiday with the unit. Specialist Red Row, Sergeants Edward Wojcik, Sergeant First Class Cressy, and my battle buddy, First Sergeant Welch, will begin new chapters in their Army story as they depart for other units. Two soldiers will close their chapters as they end active service. Our Master of Ceremonies, Sergeant Brian Bohannon, will leave active service for the reserves, and Sergeant James Martin is retiring after 20 years of service. Oops. For those of us that have chosen to bind our story to that of our Army, realize that in doing so, there will be chapters in our lives when we will not be home for the holidays. Any holiday not spent in harm's way is special, so when we are home, it's all the more exceptional. No season is so closely connected to home as the winter holiday season, so as we start this holiday season, I would ask that you remember all those service members currently serving in harm's way throughout the world. Again, thank you for making us part of your holiday celebration. Please enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. Yeah, you mind if I carry it?
Santa's on his way. Hip hip hooray, it's Christmas vacation. Clap your hands with me, here we go. Let's all trim the tree and light the lights. Get a toasted fire burning bright. Give St. Nick the warmest welcome that he's ever had. Hip hip hooray for Christmas vacation. This old house sure is looking good. Got ourselves the finest snowman in the neighborhood. Ain't it fun? Always on the run. That's how it's done on Christmas vacation. Peace and love and joy are everywhere. Can't you feel the magic in the air? Let the spirit of the season carry us away. Hip hip hooray, Christmas vacation. Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation. We're so glad it's Christmas vacation. Christmas vacation, Christmas vacation. We're so glad it's Christmas vacation.
Seen a man chilling with his dog in the park. I approached him very slowly with my heart full of fear. Looked at his dog, oh my god, a ill reindeer. But then I was ill cause the man had a beard and a bag full of goodies, 12 o'clock at near. So I turned my head a second and the man was gone. But he left his driver's wallet smack dead on the lawn. I picked the wallet up and then I took a pause. We got the license in the corner, said Santa Claus. $1 million city call, hundreds of G's. I know to buy a broken action car with ease. But I never sleep on Santa cause that ain't right. So I'm going home and mailing back to him that night. When I got to my bug, cause under the tree was a letter from Santa and the door was for me. Yeah, yeah. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and stuffing macaroni and cheese. And Santa put gifts on the Christmas trees. Rhyme so loud and proud, you hear it. It's Christmas time and we got the spirit. Jack Frost chilling, the Ark is out, and that's what Christmas is all about. So open your eyes, lend us our ear.
Happy New Year! Give it up for Specialist Rankovich! Last Christmas I gave you my heart. Next day you gave it away. This year to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten, twice shy. I keep my distance, but still you catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special.
Como sinner! I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. Ooh. Come on, sing with me. Thank you.
All right, did you like that one? I thought you might. All right, so before we move on, I just want to get one of the thingies out of the way. University of South Carolina, thank you so much for letting us utilize this facility. This is where I might get in trouble a little bit. Go Gamecocks! All right, so this next one has a little bit of a message to it, and here it is. The holidays can be a pretty stressful time for some people. But here's the message. Don't let go. Keep holding on. Christmas time is all about family. And family means no one gets left behind and no one is forgotten. From where you are, you may not be able to see, but your family's coming up behind you. There's a hand waiting to lift you up from whatever despair you might find yourself in. And it won't be long before I find ourselves safe and warm, singing inside together. Made it through the year and I did not even collapse. Gotta say thank God for that. Torn between what keeps me whole and what tears me apart. I fall apart or stay intact. With tired eyes, I stumble back to bed. I need to realize my sorry life's not hanging by a thread, at least not yet. So look at me now, it's finally Christmas and I'm home and indoors to get out of this weather. And I don't know how, but the closest friends I've ever known are all inside, singing together, singing Merry Christmas, here's to many more. to be all by myself this time of year. Cold and lonely Christmas Eve. And living out my days alone, well, that had been my deepest fear. What you promised you won't leave. Look towards the east and see a star. Christmas time has blessed my life to know just who you are. You are my hope. So look at me now. It's finally Christmas and I'm home, head indoors to get out of this weather. And I don't know how, but the closest friends I've ever known are all inside, singing together, singing Merry Christmas. Here's to many more. Deck the halls with mistletoe. Let all your heavy burdens go. Up the chimney in a cloud of smoke, the fire's burning bright. Strike up the band and play the tune. Christmas will be here soon. You'll hear our song in every room this Merry Christmas night. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. Singing Merry Christmas. Here's to many more. Merry Christmas, y'all!
Oh yeah, keep it going for the Mission Essential Rock Band. Let's do some intros. We've got Staff Sergeant Jared Bree, master of the guitar. We've got Specialist Teresa Rankiewicz doing some singing. Over here, we've got Specialist Jason Gray shredding on the guitar. In the back, we've got Staff Sergeant Jeffrey Taylor playing the bass, Henry Soriano on the drum set. We had Staff Sergeant Travis Guidry playing some jingle bells back there, and Staff Sergeant Chris Farrelly was doing some singing. You'll see more of him in a minute. As all of you know, we have military service members serving all over the world, with many still continuing to serve in harm's way, far from their loved ones. It sounds cliche, but for these countless heroes, home is where the heart is, and traditions and memories are based on current geography. When the active duty service members here think about holiday season 2018, they think about Fort Jackson. It's just how it is. So having said that, can we pull the house up for a minute? Wonderful. We would like to recognize all the members in the audience currently serving on active duty. Will you please stand and be recognized? That's you guys. You're on active duty. Go ahead. Stand up. Active duty, remain standing as you're joined by our military veterans. I know we've got a great veteran crowd here in Columbia. Veterans, please stand. All right. Yeah, there you go. And will you remain standing? Anyone with friends, family members currently serving abroad, currently serving in harm's way, please join. Join us and stand. Thank you. I saw a few go up. Keep that applause going for the sacrifice these family members are making. Thank you all for your service. Our next song we would like to dedicate to the brave men and women currently serving overseas and in harm's way. You guys can sit down now. It's okay. You guys can sit down. We're going to play one for all those brave men and women currently serving in harm's way who aren't going to be able to make it home to their families for this holiday season. Whew. I'm gonna catch my breath for a second. Okay, I'm better now. Let's hear it for our great trumpet section in the back. We're gonna go down the line, yeah. Specialist Anton Landers, give us a wave. Sergeant David Burrell, Sergeant Clay Parler, and that beautiful flugelhorn solo at the beginning, Sergeant Billy Gibson. That tenor sax solo, Mr. Pete Miller up front on the tenor sax, wonderful. Oh boy, now we get to have some fun, because now's the time where we get to become one big happy family, and you get to become part of the 282nd Army Band. How does that sound? All right. So please join with us while we play a collection of your holiday favorites. The lights are up because the words are printed on the back of your program. Please sing along.
Frosty the snowman, with a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the snowman was a fairy tale, they say, but the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the snowman, what does he could be? The children say he would laugh and play just the same as you and me. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha! Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight! Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh! Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You're all hired! Give yourselves a round of applause!
Hey, everybody. Did you ever make a bet with a coworker and lose? I'll be wearing this for the rest of the evening. No, I'm just kidding. Chief Bauer got this for me. He insisted that I wear it. I had reservations at first, but my wife said it makes me look hot. Because it's a fireplace, sir. Sir, these are the jokes. Can we get one more round of applause for Chief Warrant Officer 3, George C. Bauer, our fearless leader. Thank you, sir. Oh, well, I'm in a silly Christmas sweater. It's time to wrap things up. But before we do, we just wanted to thank everybody who's here again for coming out and joining us at the Koger Center. We hope we've been able to bring a little bit of home to you for this holiday season. We wish you a safe and happy holidays with your loved ones, and we hope to see you right here next year here at the Koger Center. Please welcome back to the stage Staff Sergeant Chris Farrelly.
Love that sweater, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for our host, our MC for the evening, Sergeant Brian Bohannon. Y'all feeling all right tonight? If you came out to have a good time, let me hear you say yeah. If you came out to have a good time, let me hear you say oh yeah. Woo! That's big. So can somebody tell me what time of year it is? Say again now. Bam! What time of year is it? Christmas time? Y'all been naughty or nice? You gotta think about that. I see. Let's try this. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake.
Better be good for goodness
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Edwards on saxophone. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake.
Better be good for goodness sake.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Are there any basic training soldiers out here tonight? Let me hear your battle cry. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Let me hear y'all say it one time. Like this. Santa Claus is coming to town. You say it. Santa Claus is coming to town. Y'all do it again. Everybody up top. Let's go. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh yeah. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Hey. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Yeah. Yes, indeed.
jingle, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on long-tail ring, making them spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing the sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle, 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 jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a 57 Chevrolet.